Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Writers Mindscape, the number one writing podcast for the 01 podcast group. I'm Adam.
I'm Tim?
Yes?
Some may call me Tim?
Yes. I was not planning on doing that. All of a sudden, I'm thinking about what you do. So you say Adam?
Yep.
For the that's in my head, and it's like, I'm Adam. I'm going to go with this.
Just keep going. Don't nobody pay attention.
Yep, I'm just going to go with it. This week, we are starting a new series in our world-building epic
Yes.
session, whatever.
Whatever.
We'll call it epic. I like it.
It's an epic.
It's an epic. It's going to be a while.
Yes.
So we are going to actually start working on our magic systems for our world.
Yeah, I like how we've started magic systems before populating our world.
Exactly. Hey, I like magic systems.
Yes, you do.
I don't know how you don't. It's awesome.
Social dynamic systems are the best.
No.
Yes, they are.
They're like 12th on the list.
Eh.
Like they're gonna be like one of the last things we do.
No.
No, they'll actually probably be cultures or races, something like that.
Yeah.
Probably the next one. But anyway, we have 7 episodes that will be focusing on magic systems.
Yes.
We promised you a more episodic based, and we will be going there. But today we have to start with something very important. Unfortunately,
what is that?
I'd love to dive into magic and everything,
right
the
away.
cool system right away. But we got to do something first.
What?
We
What's
have
that?
to define what magic is. We have to.
Well, magic is magic.
But what is your magic?
It's magic.
But what is it?
But are you not understanding what I'm saying? It's magic.
But what is magic?
Like rabbit out of the hat.
No, okay.
Card tricks. It's magic.
Yeah.
Puffs of smoke.
What I mean by what is magic is simple as this. Like, how does magic take its form in your world?
Okay.
Okay, let's look at it this way.
What is magic in your world, if you
yes.
will? Okay.
You want to define or know what you're doing with your magic, then what you're not. Let's be very clear when I say what we're talking about today. I'm going to read a famous quote from Arthur C. Clarke that everyone likes to ramble off about magic.
Okay.
Any significant advance in technology is indistinguishable from magic. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about technology. We're actually talking about magic.
It's not like having an advance. A good example, taking a cell phone way back to the late 1800s. It'll be magic to them because it'll be like, where's the cord to make the phone call?
Yeah.
How are you able to do that? It's a camera? This is a camera. That's magic. It's like no. We're talking actual fantasy magic.
Yes. There's a cost to do something.
Right.
As basically you like to say, basically the laws of thermodynamics.
Yeah, but it's a rule within alchemy. It's equal something.
Equivalent exchange.
Yes, that's it.
I just thought back to you've been saying that all through our planning session recording.
I know. I couldn't think it.
And I'm like, wait, where am I thinking he's going with it? I always thought you were talking about the law of thermodynamics, but I'm like, no, wait, he's going he's talking about that law in Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
Equal exchange.
Right.
Equivalent exchange.
Where you use this to create this.
Yes, you can't do one without the other.
Right.
Which is very true, which is a very common source of magic in a way. So you need to know what it is. Now, if you want to have your magic to actually turn out to be super advanced technology, that's fine.
Cool.
You gotta base it around that, so when you get that reveal, it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, it's been technology all this time.
If you do everything like sorcery and from Lord of the Rings, Supernatural TV show, we're talking about basically charm and that stuff, and then reveal it's all technology, Yeah. unless,
I mean-
unless you do it very, very well, which would be really hard to do.
Bag of holding is actually a portal.
Yeah, you would. It's gonna fall flat, and people aren't gonna like it.
Yeah, it can hurt you, but leave hints that it's
Yeah.
technology all the way through.
Yeah, it still probably would fall flat, but again, if you don't do it well, it can work. It's one of those out of the box thinking ideas that would actually kind of be cool, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be easy to pull off.
Not entirely.
I don't know if
It's a cool twist. I like it.
Yeah, it's a cool twist, but I think Stephen King would even have a hard time doing something like that.
Doctor Who doesn't. Ha ha. Because 90%, there's tons of times where they've traveled in the past and the people of the past will be like, this is magic. And the Doctor's just there going, no, this is technology.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. But you know that ahead of time.
Yeah, you have to have at least one character already know and try to tell people
Yeah.
that it's not magic. Even though the people accept that it's magic.
Yes, but so moving on. So let's getting back on focus. So what do we mean by what is magic? Let's think of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
What is magic there? It's magic using a wand with a magical source core in it, and by saying certain words,
Incantations.
yep, you get an effect. That's
Right.
what magic is. We understand how magic works to a point, but we also don't get the exact extent of magic.
Right.
In Lord of the Rings, we don't know what magic is.
No, it's a force that exists within that world that can be tied to physical objects, i.e. the rings, the 19 rings.
The staff,
Yes.
a staff, and stuff like that. You only see Gandalf even really use magic only very rarely in
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, so it's not common. What you see in Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series, he has 3 systems, all based around metal. I'm trying to think of what the actual names are. I'm terrible at it, but anyway, I'll just go forward. But the main one from like Mistborns or Mistings, you ingest certain metals based on what metal misting you are. You burn this metal like copper, it gives you a certain effect. If you're a Mistborn, you have all the properties. You can think of them all and do all of them.
Okay.
Then you have ferrochemistry, the only one I actually remember the name of, where it's based on, same with metals, like for copper, you don't ingest anything. The sacrifice isn't, or the cost isn't actually burning something away and you lose it, it's giving up something. Basically, if I want to store memories, I put them in a copper mine. I lose them from my head so I don't remember them, but if I need it, I can touch that and I can get it back immediately.
Cool.
And there's a final one. It's a tough one, but anyway, it deals with spikes that if you spike them through a misting and then put them into someone else, they will get that ability. So, and they have to stay in them to do it.
That's cool.
But here's the thing: unless you do spike them right into through the person into someone else, for the longer it is not into someone, the more the power it loses. Now they found out if you cover in blood, it does mitigate the effects.
Okay.
But anyway, that just kind of shows you how that magic works in the Mistborn world. So it's really cool, and he expands it a lot upon it in the second series of the world.
Oh.
But it just kind of gives you an idea of what magic can be. Superheroes is a magic system.
Can be.
Not everyone realizes that it's basically a magic system. But like most places like Marvel and DC, they actually have magic too.
Yes.
So, but it's just different styles of magic. But when you look at it, it really is a magic system. That actually comes right from Brandon Sanderson too, which is funny.
Wow.
In one of his classes. But anything that gives you these special abilities can be magic.
Right.
It's just you gotta decide what it is.
Yeah. Is it going to be something that you have to conjure?
Yep.
Is it going to be something that just naturally happens?
Is it going to be something, can you understand it? Or is it something just wonderful that just you don't ever really know but can help you out?
Right.
We'll cover some of these questions in more depth in some of these episodes.
Oh, God, yeah.
But you have to know what you want to do. And really write that down.
Oh, God, yeah.
Remember,
write everything down.
Yes. I prefer pad of paper and a pen because it helps. Also, writing stuff out with a pen actually reinforces it into your head to remember.
Yes.
Typing can do the same thing, but it's not as prevalent. Our brains are, it's still new. So,
Okay. I mean, I type things out and I remember it almost immediately.
yeah, sometimes people do. But it's,
I mean, 20 minutes later, I forget. Wait, what are we doing? How did I get here?
I kidnapped you.
Who am I? No, I'm just kidding.
You are Tim Green. I am Adam Daly.
Ah, yes. I'm
own
a
this.
bloviated egotist. Ah, yes, good. It's the Tim Show.
Egotist? Wow. That doesn't even cover how big my ego is.
But yeah, definitely. You figure out, first of all, what magic is in your world.
Yeah. We'll talk about more stuff like how to go about it, sources of magic, rules of magic, scientific wonder, stuff like that. But you gotta know what you want and what you would achieve. But before you can do any of that, you need to know what you want to accomplish with it.
I mean, sometimes you're like, okay, well, I'm going to have magic in my story.
Yeah.
What is your end goal for that magic?
Do you want it just to be kind of something there and not really have a big part in maybe the story you're going to be telling? Or maybe you want it to be the part of the story. So it really does come down to like what the world is and what your stories are going to be doing and how it affects there. But we said it 1,000 times already. I feel like you have to know. And if you don't know, go back to our brainstorming podcast episodes and just start writing down things that you think are cool and see if you can come up with a system that way.
Yeah.
All right. Adam, you have anything else to share on this one?
Try not to steal somebody else's magic system, because they are kind of unique.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
Oh, really?
I'm going to say steal it, but make it your own.
Well, then it's not. Then it becomes unique and it's different and it's not the same.
But is it? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, it is.
But that's the thing. But if you can't if you're having a problem with figuring out your own,
Oh, I mean, play around in somebody else's sandbox for a little while.
come on, you can't look at what the can't think of his name, but the guy who wrote Aragon, Eldest,
Yeah.
in Inheritance Cycle.
Yes.
He stole his magic system from like other fantasy ones.
Oh God, yeah. I heard a great thing about this.
He crafted it into make it somewhat of his own, but it's still, you can see very uniqueness, which is fine. But he made it and it worked for his world. What were you saying?
Little thing about that I randomly heard is that it's a retelling of Star Wars.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it completely changes everything about it.
When you look at it, like, oh wow, yeah, this is actually Star Wars.
But the breakdown, orphan boy joins the rebels to fight against the Empire.
Yep.
Finds out that his father is part of the Empire. It was running the Empire. It's like, yeah, okay, this is how it works.
So yeah,
there's a retelling of Star Wars
in a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
Apparently he's gonna. I don't know if he was joking, but it would be interesting if he wasn't. He's gonna actually write Lord of the Rings in a sci-fi setting.
Why not? I like the idea.
It'd be interesting. And he is working on a sci-fi series.
Because you break down Lord of the Rings. What is it at its core? It's a group of people who have found an artifact and have to destroy it.
Yep.
You can set that anywhere, and it's about the journey.
Yep. So really kind of figure out what you want. Play around with other people's magic system.
Yeah, and
merge
having
them.
5 endings.
Yeah.
Try not to have 5 endings.
And merge them.
Yes.
See what you can come up. When you merge them, you gotta make it work. You just can't just throw them together like, here we go.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Nope.
But anyway, that's all we have for today. Comment your thoughts down below.
Woo, short one right there.
Comment down your thoughts down below on what you thought of what we said.
Yeah.
What do you think magic should be? Do you agree with Arthur C. Clarke, or do you agree with us?
Or do you agree with both of us?
Yes.
Or do you agree with none of us?
Or do you think magic is stupid? Adam?
Poof, it's just magic.
It's an illusion.
Yes. Everything's an illusion. Our entire world is an illusion.
We're not getting into the basics of string theory on this podcast.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, give us a thumbs up if you made it to the end of this podcast. Wow, subscribe.
Yes.
Ring the bell so you get notifications when we do new videos.
Yeah.
And check my YouTube channel out on Tim Green Books. I post videos on Tuesdays on writing. I'm just starting a new series.
I'm glad that this show comes out on Wednesdays then.
I know, like, I advertise this on that show too.
Oh, thanks.
We're doing a new thing on characters.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
have a good week.
See ya.